give me just 1 second. I'm just getting a few final things put together here. All right. Let's go ahead and perfect. All right. Hello. I don't know if we got anybody in the chat yet, but if we do, hello. Hope you guys are doing well. So I may have made a mistake. I'm still a little undecided about this, but I thought this would be an interesting topic of conversation as well. My cup screen. I thought this would be an interesting topic of conversation as well. So if there's anybody in the chat too, I'd love to get your guys' take on this as well. Because I'm still a little undecided on whether or not I have in fact made a mistake. Hello, Annette. Happy Thursday to you as well. All right, so here's the deal. By the way, it is a green cup. Yeah, it actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It just has my name on it right there. That's about it. I forgot my cup was green. Then I saw it in the in OBS there. All right. So, I'd actually love to get some second opinions on this because I'm a little undecided on this. Oh no, this would be a very serious mistake. I can guarantee you that this would in fact be a serious mistake because it might require me to completely recreate Altiverse. So let me start with my thought process here. All right. So I have over the past couple weeks, maybe months now, I've been looking at a lot of the more complex features that I wanted to add into Altiverse. That's going to be multiplayer. I did want to eventually see about maybe even adding some modding support because I thought that would just be fun, and I think it's fitting for the game. And those were probably like the two more advanced ones that I wanted to add in. Now, I was actually doing some research. And I'd actually been doing research before then. But when it comes to Unreal Engine, let's talk modding support first. There is a single plugin for modding support. It has not been updated since Unreal Engine 4, and I think like Unreal Engine 4.24 or something like that. 2 years ago is when this live stream took place. And it has not been updated since. It has no Unreal Engine 5 support. I've even tried running it in Unreal Engine 5. It does not work whatsoever. As for multiplayer, I've run into similar issues when it comes to VR specifically. So I did actually, I probably should have pulled that up too. Hold on. Hold on. I put this together. Here we go. This was actually, this is in my Quest 2. Let me mute that. This is in my Quest 2. I actually hooked this up to my laptop, and I was able to send messages to the Quest 2. Now, I had to manually do this, and the only reason why is because a lot of the VR components and a lot of things that you require for VR do not replicate whatsoever under Unreal Engine. So if I want this to work, I figured it would be better if I did it myself, just set up my own multiplayer stuff. And I'm still in the early stages of that, and I'll probably keep playing around with this a little bit because I've learned a lot about networking, and it's been really interesting, actually. But yeah, so basically I'm having to do all of this manually because Unreal Engine is just a pain, and it does not do very well with VR, at least with multiplayer stuff. So I started doing some research, and I found that there is an engine that does everything that I want it to do. And it's not Unreal Engine. It's Godot. Godot, there actually are tutorials on creating mod support and DLC and patches and all this stuff. In addition to that, they have multiplayer tutorials that actually do work with VR. I've done research on this. It does in fact work 100%. All I would have to do is add it in, and it would probably take me a lot quicker than it would to design my own. So now I'm at a bit of a interesting. I've come to a bit of a dilemma about whether or not I continue just fighting with Unreal Engine through the rest of Altiverse, and basically just hope that I can make it all work, or I could take everything that I've done and transport it over to Godot, which I did actually play around with this a little bit. Godot works very differently than Unreal Engine does, from what I have found. VR stuff works just fine. I've had no problems with that. As a matter of fact, I'm able to hook up my Quest 2 and actually test on my computer, which I've not been able to do under Unreal Engine for a little bit. This is the wrong level. This one. And I have also managed to put together the materials. Now, the problem that I've been running into is I'm getting a lot of weird shadows and a lot of weird just things just generally happening, which I think I've managed to figure out on my laptop, not on my desktop. I don't have it here yet. But now I'm just kind of like, do I continue fighting with Unreal Engine and just getting all that to work? Or do I take the fight to Godot and hope that it does in fact work a little bit easier? So today I actually, at the very least, wanted to play around with Godot a little bit. And see if I would be able to use this and do everything that I wanted it to do, or if I should just continue fighting it out with Unreal and just hope that it all works. And like I said, everything works fine. This is like the little AI material, which does look very similar. It looks a little weird on like the floor here because the floor I think needs like the UVs to be fixed or something like that. I need to figure out how all that's working. The Apocalypse one looks pretty good. We've also got the Future one. It's the only one that I haven't really been able to do very well, so that one would need a little bit more work. Medieval one works pretty good, and the Modern one works, well, more or less all right. I probably want to do a little bit more tweaking if I did decide to stick with Godot. So yeah. So now I have to decide if I'm going to switch over to Godot and just re-import everything, which might be just an absolute nightmare, or if I should stick with Unreal Engine. And I don't know if anybody in the chat actually has experience with Godot and whether or not the things that I found are in fact true, and that this might just be a little bit easier. So if anybody has any experience with Godot, I would love to get some other input on that as well. But yeah, so today I just kind of want to play around with this a little bit and see just kind of whether or not this is worth it or not, to use Godot instead. So let me actually real quick, because there was something that I did forget. I had this other example that I was working with. Godot does require a couple extra steps. I think it's here. Yeah, this one. Godot requires like a single extra step for VR, and that's this. This needs to be added in somewhere into the player. I think maybe it needs to be added to the camera specifically. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how all these scripts work. It seems like the scripts are just kind of the equivalent to blueprints in Unreal Engine. And whether there's any showstopped in Godot for VR. Showstoppers. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know that it's really worth. It would be hard transferring everything at first, but it might be quicker in the long run. FYI, I've never used Godot, so I don't know if it's any good or not. I have touched Godot a handful of times. I've never played with it very extensively. I've played with it for about the past week, and that's been about it. So anybody else's opinions on Godot is better than mine. I have picked this up pretty quickly, so there's the use XR stuff. I have managed to get a lot of this working pretty quickly. Like I already have, where's the world? Actually, I don't even need the world. I don't have my headset hooked up right in this moment, so I'm just gonna launch it. I have like already gotten like physics stuff working for the player, so the player will fall and collide with the environment. Which actually I might need the headset hooked up with that. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I think it's a pound. Yeah, there we go. Pound to comment that out. Yeah, I know, and to be honest, I think was it Fish? I think Fish was the one that said it. I know that swapping engines can kill projects. That's one of my major concerns with switching engines, and I know Godot works very differently. And from what I've played around with, there's a lot of things that don't exist in Godot that naturally exist in Unreal Engine. One of those being something very simple is being able to find the angle from one object to another. That actually works quite a bit differently than it does in Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine, it gives you a normalized vector, and you can multiply that by some distance to move an object in a direction a certain distance. Godot doesn't do that. I think I've managed to figure it out because I think it just doesn't normalize it. It already multiplies in that distance. That's what it looks like to me, at least. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is at all worth it, but I figured maybe just spend a day. We'll play around with Godot a little bit. We'll see if it's at all worth it to transition everything over. I've already started on a few things. I need to. This is the generator that I was going to see if I could quickly do. Which it does not quickly do. And then there's a few other things that I did. Player, for example, which should be working fine. There's the materials that I dropped in. I know that I can use like Blender files straight in Godot, like the .blend files. So if I use Blender for everything anyway, so I could just modify things in Blender and then just immediately get the updated files in Godot, which I thought was just a really nice little touch. Not really something that would kill it for me, but it might at the very least help me keep things clean. All that kind of stuff. And actually, I understand that this model might actually not be correct. I think this needs to be imported with the blend file. So yeah. A lot of little things did kind of catch my attention as well. So let's real quick. What else do I need to do? I need to be able to grab objects. That's something else I have to be able to do. I need to be able to grab objects. And that was something. Where is it? There it is. That was something I don't fully understand. So hold on. Godot VR inputs. I understand that Godot's input system works a little differently than Unreal Engine. Let me see. I was looking this morning at some documentation for this somewhere. There it is, the VR starter tutorial. I have also noticed too, Godot has much better documentation than Unreal Engine does. I'm so disappointed in that. I would love for Unreal Engine to improve their documentation. But like they have like an entire tutorial on just how to get VR started. And it's a long tutorial. I'll give them, I will say that bugs me a bit, but I mean, Unreal Engine doesn't have that. At least not to this in depth. So let's see here. So I need like a script for the VR controller. That's actually supposed to have an @ symbol in front of it. That's the only complaint I think I have. Like the only other complaint I have. I've noticed that there's some incorrect stuff in their documentation. Controller velocity. Hold on. Held object global transform equals grab position node dot global transform. Okay, so is this? Yeah, this is just under the physics process. If trackpad underscore vector dot length. See, it looks like they use the trackpad for some things. Changes depending on which VR controllers you're using, which OS you are on. Oh, you know what? That might actually be a showstopper right there. Would I have to have something different for each joystick or for each controller? Because that might actually be a problem. Low spec my players make new environments with a Git runtime importing models and JSON files in Lua. I have seen that Unreal does have a plugin that allows for you to import external assets. I may have a look at that. To use the game feature plugin system along with a little known plugin called Hot Patcher. Hold on, let's look into this. Real Engine. See, what did you say? Game feature plugin. And then let me pull up both of them. Unreal Engine. Hot Patcher. In all honesty, these are things that I don't need to have done right away. It's not going to impact like the initial thing, but it is something that I wanted to have in mind for later on. Because I did want to have that added in at some point. Is this what you're talking about? HXBX? Or HXHB Hot Patcher? Hold on, can I translate this? I don't know that I have any translation plugin. Let me look at this first. Following steps will put your project into a state where you can add one or more standalone plugin-based features. Begin by activating the game features and modular gameplay plugins. Add sheets, add components. Okay, so that is the correct page. Hold on. Was there a Discord link in here? Oh, well, there is an English document. Might need to look at that to find the Discord real quick. Plugin document. Wait, they have another page just for documentation, and they have a video tutorial. Let me see here. And of course, all this is in Chinese too. Oh man. Let me mute that for a second. Let me just see this in action real quick. I want to see how this works. Is that quality? I think it is, but I don't know what any of this means. Packaging. This is too fuzzy for me to be able to see what's going on. By itself, the game features plugin isn't for mods and can't be cooked separately. It's organizational only. That's what it looked like to me. That this plugin right here, right? The game features. Yeah, it looked more like it was meant for like DLC or something like that to me. Like if you wanted to eventually add those in. DLC or patches and things like that. See, I've tried looking it up so many times, and like aside from the hot patcher, which I am having a little trouble seeing, there's like nothing for modding support in Unreal Engine. And I'll be honest, I've never like created mods. I don't know if that's something that usually the community tries to figure out or how that usually works. Because I know like Minecraft, for example, that's a game that I mod quite a bit. That works. I think Skyrim does a similar thing where it's got like a folder you can drop it in. I don't know. I feel like there is supposed to be something that as a developer I can do to make sure that modding is a little bit easier for players. And that's really what I wanted to try and focus on with that. I think this is the Unreal Engine 4 mod that I saw, or plugin I saw. Plugin descriptor. Post it to Discord. Hold on. Let's have a look real quick. See, where did you say? Development and help. Okay, let's see. Ah, here we go. I have to feel like there has to be more to this. Like there has to be. Hold on, can I translate this? Hold on. There has to be a way I can translate this. Unless I'm missing it. Hold on. Programming. Oh, I'm behind on the messages. So this actually does look like it may work. Because it does look like they're loading and unloading mods during runtime. Hello, Palmer. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna have a look at something real quick because I feel Unreal or not Unreal Engine, Minecraft. How do mods work? Let's do a little bit of research real quick. A quick guide for parents. All right, let's have a look at that then. How to mod Minecraft. How does Minecraft support mods? Here we go. This might work. Maybe not. Hold on. So we're doing a little bit of research. So here's the issue that I've basically run into. So I have over the past couple weeks been working on some of the more complex stuff for Altiverse. Those being I would like to see about adding mod support, which I guess I haven't actually started adding in. I've started researching that, and multiplayer. Now, for multiplayer, VR support is not great in Unreal Engine. And so, if you want to do it, you basically kind of have to fight with the way that RPCs work in Unreal Engine in order to get to work. And I started fixing this by, hold on, I have this. I have this running. This is in the Quest 2. And I have this linked up to my laptop where I was actually running a server so I could actually send messages to my Quest 2. And my eventual intention was I was going to transform that so I could send stuff back and forth. That being said, mod support is basically non-existent for Unreal Engine. The only official plugin was on Unreal Engine 4, and I think it was like 424 or 425 or something like that. Has not been updated since, and it has no support for Unreal Engine 5, and I've tried running it on Unreal Engine 5, and it does not work. So, if I wanted to do anything like that, while I was doing some research on this, one engine that I found does have some support and tutorials for things like this is Godot. Godot has multiplayer, which is real simple to set up. I would have to do, from what I understand, no work for VR, and there's plenty of tutorials on mod support. So now I've kind of started begging the question in my mind, do I continue working with Unreal Engine, trying to get everything to work the way I want it to do, even though I might have to give up something like mod support, or do I transfer over to Godot where I might be able to do that? The only problem being I have to transfer all my work over. And Godot uses C# and GDScript. And doesn't have a lot of the same functionality that Unreal Engine just inherently has. So I would basically have to create some things myself because they just don't exist on Godot, and then transfer everything over, which I'm sure will take me less than 6 months like it has in Unreal Engine, given I've already done it once, but it's still going to be a pain, and it's probably going to take me a couple weeks if I had to transfer everything from Unreal to Godot. And as Fish pointed out earlier too, that tends to be very problematic, transferring from one engine to another. So I really don't want to transfer from one engine to another, but I think it's very important to try and hit as many of the things that I wanted to hit, and still be able to provide players with a good playing experience. And so at the moment, to me, Godot is looking like it could be the better option. The only question is it worth trying to transfer it over? Should I just let things like that go and just kind of... Yeah, I would love to have like levels, weapons, maybe even allow for... I want to have like chance encounters periodically as well. And I would like for players to be able to add in those chance encounters, like side bosses or just kind of random NPCs and things like that. Because I think it's really fitting for this kind of game. It's meant to be, there's a lot of virtual worlds that are all kind of mishmashing together. It makes sense that maybe there's a world out there that's a little closer to I don't know. Let's say for example, Harry Potter. Harry Potter is like a favorite of mine. Like maybe there's something like that, or maybe you start having a Game of Thrones inspired level, or maybe you start having things like that. That is true. The gameplay ability system and the blueprints are definitely very hard to replace. That being said, I'm actually not using the gameplay ability system at the moment. I decided to opt for just developing it myself. Yeah, so, but especially like weapons and levels, I would love to allow for players to be able to add things like those in. And I was also doing a little bit of research because I don't know how games like Minecraft do it, or Skyrim, or if these are all things that developers, or not developers, but players have found ways to add in. I think that it's a little mix of both. In some cases, players figure out ways to add it in. I think Fish had mentioned a second ago that Minecraft was actually built to be moddable. Um, yeah, it's got to be built to be moddable. I don't know. Maybe it's just that should be something I should just let go or something like that, and just continue going on with what I was doing. A dedicated mod editor. That might not be a bad idea. Let me have a look here. I'm gonna close that down for a sec. Let me open up real quick. Let me have a look at something in Unreal. There is Unreal Projects, Altiverse. Let's open this up. This is gonna take a second. Let's have a look real quick, because maybe having a mod editor isn't such a terrible idea. I have already been working on trying to make a lot of the components and stuff modular. So if I could, I don't know. Does Unreal let you export like files or anything like that that you would be able to read from in Unreal? Because that might work. If I was able to export like a project or something. I'll tab over here real quick. Let's see. Let's have a look, because I do know. Where did it go? Let me close that real quick. Let me close a couple of these, actually. I don't need that open right now. Where did it go? Did Unreal Engine just crash on me? That was weird. Because I do know there is a plugin where you can import assets into Unreal Engine, so maybe that could work. We'll have to have a look real quick. Is this not opening? What is going on here? Let me open this up real quick. Let's try it from here. I also need to figure out how to host multiplayer servers. My intention was that players would be able to host their own, and I wanted to be able to host them, just so there was both options. I might have to learn how to run containers or something in AWS or something like that. The multiplayer actually has not been as difficult as I expected it to be. Creating my own system, it actually ended up turning out to be a lot easier than I expected it to. There's still a little bit that I have to do on the server side. I need to basically have the server hold on to information of what's changed. And that's kind of it. What is this? That's new. XR Insure. What did I do? Oh, I think I know why it wasn't opening. I've never had that happen before. What is this? Is this from the OpenXR plugin? I think it is. Yeah, it's part of the OpenXR plugin. I have not had that before. I still need to experiment. I don't know if I can get the Quest 2 to host servers. If I can, I'd like to even see if I could have both. But I don't know if the Quest 2 is able to host servers yet, so I need to test that real quick. Right now, I basically have more of a dedicated server. I'm able to run a server. It works better on my laptop. My desktop was freaking out last time I tried. But I basically have it right now where I can set up a server on any PC, and using that, there is I basically hook up the IP into the in the headset. So right now I'm gonna stick with the dedicated servers just because that's easiest. Oh, come on. Right now I'm gonna stick with the dedicated servers just because it's easiest, but I do want to see if I can switch it to a listen server at some point. What is going on here? Dude, what? GDB exited. What is going on here? Oh yeah, no, server costs are are really bad. Well, that's part of the reason why too. So if I if I do end up adding in dedicated servers, I am going to make it available so players can also host their own servers. Partially because it's expensive to host your own servers. I'm already well aware of that. I was actually hosting one using PlayFab, and I think it ended up costing me it wasn't expensive, but it was like I think like 10, $20 for an entire month, and that was just one server. Which I feel like I may have screwed something up. I don't think it was meant to be running all that time. Actually, it might have been more than one. Anyways, but not only that, I don't want to have it so players are unable to play multiplayer in like 50 years or something like that, right? Because that's something a lot of games nowadays have a problem with, right? If Epic Games right now were to shut down their servers, games like Fortnite would actually immediately go down, and people wouldn't be able to download a lot of their any games that they had over Epic Games, right? Yeah, peer-to-peer is going to be a problem. I'm already aware of that. Come here. I know usually you use, what was it called, a NAT in order to connect players together. Here's the problem with Epic Online Services. I have not managed to get it to work on the Quest 2 whatsoever. I have tried Epic Online Services. I've tried PlayFab. I've tried Steamworks. I've even tried Oculus's own multiplayer setup. I cannot, for the life of me, get any of those to work on the Quest 2. I can get them to work just fine on any other platform I run them on, but the Quest 2 refuses to work with any of those that I've tried. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and half of those don't even have documentation, and the documentation that they do have is terrible. Like it's either based off of old engines that now have features that you can't find on Unreal Engine 5, or it just doesn't explain it clearly enough that you can actually get things to work. It's absolutely awful trying to get any of those to work on the Quest 2. I have managed to get Unreal Engine's own dedicated servers to work, though. Unreal Engine does do dedicated servers, but it's a nightmare to get those to work with VR as well. I'm basically going to try and just have it so I have a component I attach to everything, and that component just handles everything for me. That's basically my plan, is to have just components attached to whatever needs to be replicated. Let me see. There is a way. Hold on. I'd forgotten to look this up. Unreal Engine load external assets. Assets and packages. Is this it? Asset naming. No. Importing. Unreal Engine importing. Model into. There's a way to do it. Model into packaged project. I need to remember how this works. There's a way to do it. Oh wait, here we go. Let players import. Importing mesh data. Let me see. Let me just look up import. Datasmith. I think this is what it was. Datasmith. Content for Datasmith importer. Let me look this up. I think it was Datasmith. Not that. Unreal Engine Datasmith. Let's see here. That scroll down a lot. There we go. Datasmith. So, save hours, if not days, importing data into Unreal Engine. 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, all these with Datasmith. Yeah. I did see there was one called Datasmith Exporter, right? Let me just type in Datasmith real quick. There's importer, Datasmith content. There's an FBX importer. I don't see one for exporting, though. That would be something I would need for an editor. Either that, or I could try and figure out a way. I think I saw something a while back where you can have, where the way some mods work is you have a text file that basically links assets together. So you could say, take this model, it's this class of thing, like say it's a weapon, and then give it like any of the necessary parameters, so it does like this amount of damage, it's this accurate, it's got this much recoil, yada, 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 all that stuff. Maybe that's what I'd have to do, is have it in that format, and I'd have to slowly over time add in support for weapons and enemies and all that kind of stuff. Importing Datasmith content. That was the wrong one. I meant to open a new tab. Software and file type interrupt guides. To bring entire pre-constructed scenes and complex assemblies into Unreal, regardless of how large, dense, or heavy those scenes may be. Rather than forcing you to deconstruct your scenes and assemblies into individual chunks, then pass each chunk. Datasmith workflow. It's not going too bad. How you doing, Sans? Importing Datasmith content on Unreal Engine. File import. This looks like it's meant to be used in the editor. Datasmith overview. Is there a way that I can use it during runtime? Datasmith during runtime to import. Runtime import. This might be what I need. Runtime import. Unreal Engine 427 Datasmith runtime import. Oh, here we go. Datasmith runtime import. Or separate pieces to be combined in engine. It kind of depends, to be honest. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Is it better to import a building as one mesh or as separate pieces to be combined in engine? If there's too many things being rendered at one time, it can have a much larger negative impact on performance, I found, especially if you're on the Quest 2. You're a lot more limited. So the only thing that I would say is if you're going to be inside the building, I would probably import it as individual assets so only what's necessary can be rendered. If you're outside, it's probably fine if it's a single building. And I think it also depends too on the model itself. It's not like it's an end all be all answer. It kind of depends on the model as well. If it's a pretty low poly model, you're probably fine either way. But from what I found, especially with like my dungeon generator, I found it's better to try and have as much as possible not be rendered at any given time. So it's a lot better for me personally to have every part of to have as much of the dungeon be separate as possible, like its own individual thing. I don't know if that's always necessarily the case, but that's what I have found. So I would probably say as a general rule, if you're going to be inside the building, probably have multiple small pieces. If you're going to be outside, you're probably all right if it's all one, because it's probably not going to have any difference whatsoever. I don't know if anybody else has had different experience or maybe they have better ideas for that. Datasmith. I don't see a runtime importer. Oh, wait, here it is. Datasmith runtime. Here we go. Yes. Is there an exporter? Hold on. Datasmith exporter. Yeah, I would honestly kind of say try both and see how it goes for you. Okay, so there are different exporters for things like this. Rhino exporter, Autodesk. Is there not what would be an exporter for like Blender or something like that? I don't see like FBX, GLTF, anything like that. Oh wait, there's FLT. FLT I think Blender supports, right? I think so. Let me see. It looks like I'd have to install an external plugin for the exporter. I don't know. You know what might just be easier? Is I just have something, I just have it where I take in a model and then just allow for players to modify those. I think that might just be what I have to do. Let me see. Unreal Engine create tool editor for game. Okay, yeah. I don't know that I'll be able to do like a full-on editor. It's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. Okay. You know what though? I think I can still get this to work somewhat. I think I can still have some form of mod support. Um, Something that I wanted to do eventually, anyways, is that I need to be able to create. I need to be able to read and write JSON files in Unreal Engine. Anyways, I need to be able to do that for the networking. Let me have a quick look. I think I already started on that. Might already have it working. Actually, I don't remember. It's multiplayer setup, I think. Why is my screen glitching out so much? This is bugging me. Let me see. Yes, there are already JSONs in here. So what I could probably do is have it so players can basically, for anything they want to add in, they basically have a folder. Within it, we can have like a JSON file or something like that that I can read through in the editor, and it can define if it's a weapon, enemy, or a type of room. And then we'd have a list of parameters for each one, so players are able to drop in things, and that could at the very least be the simple start for that. And yeah, I wonder if I should have like everything that I create be a, mod, so to speak, just so I can test that. It also occurs to me, I wonder if I could make the project significantly larger than I'd be able to. All right. I think that settles it. I have not made a mistake. I think that settles it. All right. So, that being said, we got some stuff we got to play around with. So I've decided to change the way that the weapons are going to work a little bit. Why is my camera so fast? Why am I not able to scroll that? My whole screen is just glitching out. I can't click on anything. There we go. Okay. Cool. So, let's real quick. I want to make sure I don't think I touched this, but I want to make sure that is still working. I think I actually need to re-import this. Yeah, let me re-import this real quick. Hold on. Stop this. Delete that. Yes. Let's see here. Why is this not docked to the sidebar? It's supposed to be docked to the side. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's why. This is bugging me right now. Let me outline it real quick. Let me make sure I don't have any of the rooms or anything left in here. I do got this one, this one. Those are all fine. Actually, I gotta remove those later. Damage indicator. Internal room manager. I do have to say too, game working beautifully. I'm hitting a solid 72 on my Quest 2. I'm so happy with that. I don't think I was able to do that all projects, and since I have all of my materials and stuff like perfect, it's just beautiful. I love it. Okay, let me drop in the... Actually, let me drop it into the level here real quick. I'm going to replace all this. Oh, did I just crash Unreal? I sure did not. Okay. Why is it not letting me continue, though? There we go. Okay, let's delete that. I actually have to change this. This is actually not working correctly, the particle effect. So I don't know why, but in the headset, these don't line up correctly for each eye. I don't know why. And I can't fully tell what it is, if it's just like the depth is off. Like maybe it's positioned like the same degree, like per screen or something like that, or like the same position per screen. Let me actually have a look at this real quick, because I know this one's working fine. These lines here are working just fine. But that was something that was bugging me. Let me have a look here. Let's see this one. That one's CPU sim. Is it maybe... Requires persistent IDs. There has to be like some small thing. Because it's just the one particle effect. And every other particle effect I've made has worked fine. It could be this. I don't know if maybe the persistent IDs is doing it. Oh, you know what though? Does that cause a problem though? No, it works fine. Okay. We'll try that. I'm gonna have to test that and see if that works. Cool. We'll leave that. Let's see here now. God, this screen glitching out is driving me crazy. I wonder if my computer needs a reboot. I won't do that right now though. Okay, I wanted to transfer that into here. So let's open up the levels real quick. Dock to sidebar. There we go. Let's go ahead. Knock that one out. And generator snap. So I need the room start in there, I believe. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just make sure visibility. Here we go. Streaming method, always loaded. Just so I can test it real quick. Oh, that's why I don't have any of them set. Okay, so let's see here. We have corridor base. Let's see, we have the end room. Let's see. We have the plug. Is that not right? Corridor base. That's not right. That should not be like that. Did I mess that up? I might have that set incorrectly. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Let me worry about that in a second. Then we have one. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because it used to be based off the corridor base. Let's see here. 1, 2. I'm leaving that one out. 3, 4 for now. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we drop in the 2 floor, the 3 exit, the straight through, and the turn room. I think that'll work fine. Oh, come on. How is there now an infinite loop? This was working fine. What did I do? Am I importing the wrong one? Where is there an infinite loop? It's in the construction script. Why is there an infinite loop in the construction script? That shouldn't be possible. Where's that? Where's there supposed to be an infinite loop at? Is it this? This is so weird. It was working fine. I don't know what I did. I haven't touched this. Oh, that's the event tick. That's why. I wanted the event begin play so it wouldn't run. Oh, great. Everything stopped working. Oh, fantastic. I have not touched anything in this level. Or I've not touched anything with this generator. You know what? I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm not gonna fight with this in this moment. I don't feel like fighting it right now. I'm just gonna disable this for now and I'm gonna fix that later. Oh god. Okay, we need to worry about the weapons because the weapons do have a couple of issues right now. So I was playing around with the weapons. I did break the grip. If that glitches one more time, I'm gonna reset this real quick. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna reset this real quick. I'll be right back. Anyways, I gotta run to the restroom. Dude, I don't understand why it's... Let me have a look at this real quick. Hold on. This is driving me crazy. OpenXR call failed with result XR runtime failure. Okay, so this is something with the fact that OpenXR does not seem to be working right now. Hold on. Let me try something real quick. Steam. Let me see. It could be because I switched this over to beta. I was having some issues yesterday. Let me see if it'll let me re-enable OpenXR. Unblock all OpenXR. Might need to restart this real quick. I know SteamVR is a little buggy on Linux. Right here. How about I do this? Let me instead switch back from beta. None, close. Let me see if that happens to help. Oh. That might actually just fix the problem just like that. Let me try that real quick. I'm actually thinking for tomorrow's stream, because I'm planning on doing one tomorrow, I might do a little bit more work on the multiplayer stuff. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Try and get some of that done. Actually, heck, if we have time... Oh, that was the issue. Thank God. Oh, man. Actually, if we have time, because the weapon shouldn't take me too long. The main issue I'm having is that I'm not able to pick up the weapon anymore. We might even do a little bit of that today. Nope, still having the same issue. God dang it. Screw it, I'll just skip through all that. I think my computer might just need like a restart or something like that, to be honest. Hopefully this at least stops all the weird glitchy stuff that's going on with the editor. There we go. Okay. So, what we need to do here is if we jump over here, which actually I think I need to change this from skeletal to a static. I think I'm gonna have it so that way oh wait, this isn't inherited. I thought that was inherited by the weapon class. Let me have a look here. It is not. Okay, I don't know why I have that skeletal then. I'll leave it for now. It's not gonna kill anything. Let's see. So I'm not able to pick it up. I'm not entirely sure why. Let's check the player real quick. Could be because I set everything to overlap. Sphere overlap actors. Oh wait, that could be why. This needs to be changed to weapon. Or I guess add-on weapon. I don't really know that I need all these different ones. I'm actually going to remove a few of these. Let's remove. I'll leave world dynamic because that's actually going to be important for later. Just put that over here. Actually, why do I have that twice? I'm just going to use the same one for both. Cool. All right, so that's... I'm willing to bet that was the only reason why I wasn't able to pick up the weapon. Happy... Oh, I love that. Happy code time. Thank you, Tricell. I appreciate it. All right. Now here's the thing. Do we try and see if we can fix the generator real quick? Or do we go on to the multiplayer stuff? I kind of want to play around with some of the multiplayer stuff. Because I haven't started making the components and stuff I need for that. Let me just have a look at this real quick. We'll have just a quick look. It shouldn't be a very difficult fix. This was working fine before. Oh, wait, you know what? I know why it's not spawning in the correct location. Hold on. Hold on. I know why that's happening. It's because I disabled the initialization, which I needed to position it correctly. Room base. So let's try this. Let me see if I'm still getting that infinite loop error. I'm willing to bet it's because of this for each loop right here. I don't know why. Okay, nope. That's what it was. I think Unreal was just bugging out or something. So we're going to try all that. This is so stupid. Why? Okay, so it's something here in the begin play. Let me try this delay. Maybe this delay is the reason. I know it's going to sound stupid, but I found out that the delays can actually help save things. Okay, yep, that's actually helping. Let's do stream. I'm just going to do like 0.1 here. Oh, did I just crash my engine? Let me do this. Let's do this. Random float in range from stream. Let's do like 0.1, 0.5. It's probably just going to keep resetting. I already know that, but we're going to try this real quick. Yeah, it's resetting. I had to set it so it would reset after a second, because I was having issues where sometimes it would generate like a loop and then wouldn't finish. So let's set this to 10 for now. It should be able to generate in 10 seconds. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's say 20. I'll have to fix this up a bit more. Maybe I need to set up like a dispatch or something. Oh, that was weird. There's no way that's 20 seconds. Okay, something else is happening here. I don't know what it is. Something else has to be resetting this as well. Let me see this. Something with this. Call update. Where is this being used? Oh, I know what it is. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not that it's. Hold on. I think I know what's happening. Yeah, they do. They all still exist. It's that they're turning invisible. These corridors I had to replace for the plugs. That's what it is. Hold on. Let me see here. Config. Here we go. Plugs. This needs to be a plug. Corridor plug base. Variable type. That's what it is. Let me see. That create any errors? It did. Oh, wait, that needed to be a class. Oh, whoops. Corridor plug base class reference. Should there at least be a pretty simple fix though. Random array item from stream. Let me copy this real quick because I bet it's at a few places. This should fix it. Ooh, that one too. Okay, and then I think some of the other rooms had their own code as well. I think the corridor base did. Yep. Let me see, which one else did? I think the corridor plug. I don't think it did. That should work fine. Yep. And then all the rest of these rooms should be fine as well. Because the room base is the base. I don't think the room start had its own. I think the room start was fine. Yep. Okay, so that should fix it. Okay. Yep. And then we got all of our rooms. We got the 3 exit. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. I forgot these aren't all these aren't actually positioned in the correct spot. When I need to re-import these. When I exported it from Blender, they didn't have their origin set correctly, and I fixed that. I just don't have it in there yet. All right. Cool. That is all working now. Let me actually just make sure. I forgot to drop in the plug there. Awesome. And I should also have the plugs. Oh, and there was a loop. Let me actually go back here real quick. Set that back to 10 seconds. Oh, interesting. You know what? I think I know what's causing that too. I think if I go right over here, delay 0.2. Let's do 0.3. Yeah, there's just some delay stuff that needs to happen. I might need to actually set these up with like dispatchers or something. Yeah, some of these still aren't working perfectly. I got to fix up some of those, but it's fine. That'll work. All right, now let's work on some of the multiplayer stuff. I'm excited to get some of this working. Let me real quick. I think I moved the server file over into here. Yes, I did. Okay, so this was like a little plugin I found, which I don't know if that's going to work great. I might need to do something a little different. We'll do this for now. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm just going to have it whenever the server receives some information, it'll automatically send it to all the other clients. So in order for this to work, I need components. Actually, some of this needs to be handled by some components. Some of this needs to be handled by the game mode. This one. I don't remember what I was using this for. Oh, I remember, because right now I have a menu, which I'm actually gonna be removing later. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay, so when we receive data, first thing we need to do is we need to get all the available fields. So let's get field. Hold on. Convert struct to JSON string. Oh no, here we go. Load JSON from string. Here we go. Make array. Actually, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna remove this. File save. I should not have compiled that yet. We'll make an event for this because this is gonna get a little bit messy if I keep it all here. Function receive data func. Okay. So JSON, we'll load a JSON from the string. Okay, and let me promote this to a local variable. Received JSON. And actually, if this ends up filling, I actually want to stop this right here. It should be able to, because that's all we're going to be sending back and forth is just JSONs. Cool. Compile, save. Awesome. Okay, and then once we receive that, we need to get field names. So my thought is for each field name, how do I want to do this? Hold on. Let me make field. Hold on. Set field. I need to remember how this works. So hold on. If we set a field. Hold on. Let me try this real quick, because I think what I need to do is have a JSON wrapped within a JSON within a JSON. Or actually, I guess it would be a JSON within a field within a JSON. So we can do this. JSON, set field, yada, yada, yada. And then we take this, that goes into there. And then that can be actor name. Okay? So that would be the field name. So what we would do, okay, I think I need to make a component real quick. Get actor, hold on, actor. There's a way to, I think, find an actor by name. Find actor by name. Hold on. I believe there's a way to do it. Hold on. Unreal Engine, locate actor by name. How can I use actor? Getting an actor by name. Here we go. Could just throw an if statement after for each to check for the name of. Oh, do I have to run this through a for each loop? How can I use actor by name? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I set up so I could do tags. Yes, here we go. So I set up so we could do tags. I can find actors by tags. So hold on. Get actor by... no, find actor by tag, I think is what it is. Find actor by tag. Can I not do that in a function? Find actor, get actor by tag. Is that, am I not able to do it in a game mode? Okay. Okay. Ooh, did not mean to smack that. What if, hold on. Hold on. Let me think here for a second. Because I think that may be a limitation of the game mode. Oh, wait, hold on. Get player. What if I tried this? Get player pawn. No, I can get components by tag, and that's it. Okay, I might need to do this in the player instead. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it in the player instead. Because the player's like the only other consistent thing that's going to exist. No. Because when players die, it's going to be removed. No, actually, that's not true. Because then they're going to be spawned into a new character. Actually, I think this will work fine. Let's try this. Get game mode. Cast to BP networking game mode base. We're going to try this instead. What was it called? What was the name of the... Bind event to on receive message data. Bind event to on received message data. And then this, create event. Create matching function. Received data func. Okay. Here we go. All right, so JSON, load JSON from string, feed that into a branch, it's false, we'll just return. I actually don't think I need this return, but eh. And then we promote that to a local variable. We'll call this one server JSON. Okay. Field names for each. Get actor by actors. Yeah, I have to filter through all of them. Okay. Let's do this then. I have an idea. Okay? I have an idea without having to run through a bunch of for loops, okay? Okay. Actor. Because I don't like the idea of using tags. There's too many things that can go wrong there. So let's do this. Contains item. For each. Actually, we'll do a for each loop with the break. I still don't like having a for each loop within a for each loop like this, but this is what's got to be done. So, actor name. Let me do this. Hold on. Print string. There we go. There's a display name. So if this is equal to this branch okay. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Compile, save. Okay. So we'll do whatever we have to do real quick. Actually, I'm going to need to make a component for that, so I'll leave that alone for a second. And then I need another one. Found actor. Here, we'll set found actor to true. Set found actor. Actually, we'll do this. Make it a little bit easier. Let me actually set this beforehand. We'll do this here. To local variable, actors. Okay, and then we can use all actors here. And then what I can actually do is if we find it, I'm just going to remove it. It'll be one less thing that we have to sift through each time. Get all actors, remove item, array element. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to simplify this down as much as I can, but there's like no easy way to do a lot of this. Actually, actor. I mean, I could do get actors with tag, right? That's kind of my only other option. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, right? Because what I need to have happen, right, is I need to. There's a couple things that need to happen, right? First off, I need to be able to get all the changes that have happened, right, between the server and the current client, right? So if another client has spawned something in, or maybe like an AI is spawned in, then all the other actors need to be made aware, or all the other clients need to be made aware of it too. That I can do relatively easily. The problem becomes, how do I manage, um, or I'm sorry, I'm doing that wrong. That is a little bit more difficult to manage. The other thing that I need to take care of though is some actors will have spawned in with the level. So, for example, that's why I'm using the stream in the room base, is because, where's it? Here, I can actually set a stream seed on the stream and have it so that way all of the actors or all of the clients automatically build the level the correct way, because they're all building it based off the same exact seed. So I know it's all going to be built the same. The problem is that I need it when something gets spawned that's not part of the seed. I need to know so that way I can know when to spawn it. Otherwise, I would just have components on everything and just have them pull the field name based off their current name. But I need to know what doesn't exist. And so that's where the problem comes in, right? There's got to be like a better way to do this. I was reading your comment on complexity. I'm trying to figure out like the best way, right? So there's a couple things that happen. So there's the stream seed, right? So the reason I'm using the stream seed is because I can make sure each client will build the level exactly the way that's meant to be built. And that's the way that the stream seed works. So long as they're all using the same exact seed, they will all have the same stream. And because I'm using it to determine all of the randomness, I know it'll always be built the exact same. The problem is sometimes there's going to be things that are going to be spawned that aren't a part of that stream. So for example, if players I just had something occur to me. Hold on. Call function. Hold on. Call events. Run by event. Set timer by function name. Oh. I know what I can do. So I'm actually not using Unreal Engine's default replication. This is something I built myself. I actually have like my own server code that I am actually using. It's not super complex or anything. It's literally just replicating, at the moment at least, it's just passing on any data that it receives to all the other clients. And this is just kind of what I was doing for the time being. Actually, that needs to come out. I'm not going to use that. I'll figure out some other way. Oh, wait, maybe I did have that working. Oh, nope, I did have it working. Okay, never mind. I'll leave that alone. So yeah, because this is my own stuff, I'm having to do it a little bit differently. But I actually had something occur to me. What I can do is I can call a function that'll determine when things need to happen and have the components manage that. So if any function spawns something in, all the other actors should have that replicated automatically. I don't need to do any of this. Okay, nope, that can come out. And so can that. I don't need to do any of this. This is all good. I don't even need to do any of this. This can all go away. I'm an idiot. There we go. All right, here we go. But what I do need is I need a component. I think I'm gonna need to make a new folder for this. I need to clean up my folders. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I really do. Networking. Actually, real quick, I want to move this into the networking folder. Where's it at? Characters, because I have this in a place where it probably shouldn't be. Here, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's now create an actor component. Replicate data. All right, here we go. We got it now. All right. So there's no construction script on this, so we'll use the begin play. And actually, I don't think I'll need the tick at all, so we can actually turn off tick. Try and save a little bit of complexity there. Actually, I don't know if that really adds any complexity, but makes me a little bit happier. All right, get game mode cast to BP networking game mode. Bind event to on receive message data. And then we'll bind this to a function. Create event. Matching function. Receive data func. Okay, and I think I saw. I think that's safe. No, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So this first needs to be converted to JSON. Load JSON from string. This will be promoted to a local. Actually, no, I don't need to promote to a local variable. What we want to do is we want to get owner. Get field. Okay, that's going to go in there. So you can use the display name there. Okay, and branch. Let's see. JSON. Load JSON from file. Actually, I think if I do it this way, JSON object, I think I can actually do that, which will give me the data that I need. So here's where things come in, right? So let me create a comment real quick. So here's everything that we're going to receive, right? Potentially. We're going to receive the actor transform, right? We're going to receive the components, and within them, their transforms. Yeah, I think I'll store that as a field within a field again. And then I'm also going to receive, hold on, there's something else. I also want to receive any events that are run. Or not events, functions that are run, okay? So those are the three things that we're going to essentially receive, at least for the time being. I'm probably going to be receiving like audio stuff later on, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because that's going to be a whole nother thing later on. Actually, while I'm here, microphone, get mic. I might have to actually do that in C++. Get audio. mic input. Oh, someone didn't. I'll worry about that later. It's not important for right this moment. Work on a little bit at a time. All right. So, let's see. What we'll do is we'll do a sequence. So we're going to have to run 3 things. So first off, we're going to get this, get field, actor transform, and if it's valid, we're going to get the owner. Okay, and then we will, you know what, there's going to be something else I'll be getting later on too. I'm not going to worry about it just this moment, but there's something else as well. Get owner, get, nope, set transform, set actor transform. There we go. Okay, and then make literal transform. Actually, I don't even know if I need to do this. I might be able to just pass it straight in like that and have it work. And we'll have it teleport. Okay. I'll move this down just a bit. The next thing, we need to get some other fields. Actually, before we get the fields, because this one's going to be for the component, so go over here, get components by class, scene component for each. Okay. Okay, and then this one's going to be by the display name. And then set relative transform. Actually, I might need to feed that through a branch first just to be safe. True. There we go. I'll have that teleport as well. Okay, and then the last one. Actually, hold on. You know, I'm gonna leave that for now. We'll just leave it. And then last one, we'll get field. Okay, and this is going to be called functions. That's a branch. Okay, make literal string split while, let me do this, function string, this is going to be a string, we'll set this here, true, okay. contains. Okay, we'll have it while it contains a comma. We'll have it search. Yeah, do that. And we'll get the function string. Split. Using a comma. Let's see. Get owner. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Timer by function name. So left will go in there. Time will be 0. All those will be 0. And then we will set function string to write s. All right, cool. So that should make it so that way it'll go through the function string. It'll get all the different function names that we're running. And it'll call them all. So it should work fine. Because then we're basically saying it again at the end to the right. So it should just remove the one we just called. Actually, oh no, I was looking at the possibility of switching over to Godot, but I think I've managed to work out a lot of my issues with the Unreal during the stream. It's been a very productive stream, Combined Potato. So yeah, everything's all good now. Okay, hold on. Send data. Did I already do that? I did. Awesome. So actually I can do that. Let's go and close that real quick. Let me close some of these because it's a bit messy up here. Base. Event tick. It occurred to me I will be needing the event tick for this because I'll need to have it so that way it's constantly sending the data across. Well, I mean, the fact that multiplayer is way easier to do on Godot, and the fact that Godot actually has modding support, whereas Unreal doesn't have any modding support, or at the very least, there's a lot more guides and tutorials on how to. I really was thinking about it, but it's going to be too much work to switch over. I don't think it's worth it. And quite frankly, there is a way I can build my own. It's just going to take a lot more work like the multiplayer. So it's not like a top priority or anything, modding support, but it is still something I would like to do. And so I think I'll just end up fighting it out with Unreal, and I'll probably end up building my own setup for doing so as well. JSON object. me see here real quick. Let's see. Actor JSON. Let me see something real quick. Get owner. If I were to just get a random component, right? Get components. Let's say I just got the first one. Find event. Is there a way I can check when a specific component has moved, or do I have to just check to see if the transforms are equal to each other? Unreal Engine. Event dispatcher for when component has changed transforms. Okay, I don't think that'll work. So let me try this then. I think I may also need to do a little bit more research into how server stuff works. Contains. Is there a way to check if it's empty? Empty. Valid. No. I don't know if there's any way for me to check to see if it's like valid or anything like that. Oh, wait, here we go. We can get field names. Oh, I can do clear, remove. Oh, wait, hold on. Is there a way for me to like clear it though? Actually, I could just do that. That'll probably clear it. That should work. All right. So get field names once greater. Oh, wrong thing. While length is greater than 0. Then we'll go and feed it into a branch. Okay. Where we will... Actually, let me do this real quick. I'll promote this to a variable. Net game mode. Send data func. Okay, we'll then send that, and then we'll just get the actor JSON. And then, let me see here. String. Convert struct to JSON string. Is it get JSON string, I think? What's a JSON string from? Yeah, here we go. Cool. So then it'll send the data across to the server, which will then be forwarded onto everything else. So now all I need is just a bunch of functions that will actually write stuff to the JSON. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have the actor transform. We have component transforms. And then we have functions that get called. So we can do this. Call functions. Call function. Set component transform. set actor transform. And then I'm also going to set one more. Let's see. Disable receive. And this is going to be for whenever something is bound to the local player. So that way it's just not receiving any information. So when that happens, let me actually move some of this around. We'll set this first. This will go into here. That'll go into there. That'll get disconnected. And that can also be disconnected. So then I can use that Boolean, which actually I need to make sure is instance editable. We'll also expose it on spawn. Okay, we'll feed that into a branch. And so long as that is false, we'll go ahead and leave that there. Cool. Because not everything needs to be able to receive data anyways. So now we just need to do this. Actually, it occurred to me I need one more step. Event graph, because this JSON needs to go with another JSON. Hold on. Can I make? No, I cannot. Okay. Containing JSON. Should be another JSON object. Add. Or is it set? Set field, there it is. Field will be the actor JSON. And then we just need to get owner. And that's just going to be the display name. Ooh. Cool. So that should work fine. Whenever it receives data, it should work fine. And it should get all the information it needs. Should be good. All right. So now let's construct the JSON so we can actually send that across. So for this, let me see here. Hold on. For this, we need one called actor transform. So start here. Set field. Okay, and then we'll take an input, type transform. That's just going to be actor transform. That can go straight into the value. Yeah, I'll stick with Unreal. It's going to be a lot more work to do things like modding support and all that. And the multiplayer, which I'm working on right now, is definitely going to take a lot of work. But I'd rather fight through it, given that I've already spent quite a while working with Unreal anyways. So it's going to be a lot easier than trying to transfer everything over to Godot, which I've only played with a few times. So let's see here. Get component by class. That needs to be a scene component. So we need transform. Scene component. Scene component. Transform. Get actor transform. Get actor JSON. Set field. Okay, scene component's going to go in as a field name. Transform will go in just like that, which will be awesome. It does feel like the right call. Unreal may be a pain, but it'll work out for now. So now I'm just working on all the multiplayer stuff, which I hope I'm doing correctly. Let me see here. This needs to call function. So for this, we're going to just need to pass in a string. Function name. File save. Okay, then for the function name, what I need to do, hold on. The actor, Jason, get field. What did I call it? Called functions, here it is. Actually, I'm just gonna shorten that to functions. Branch, make literal string. Okay, so if this does already exist, what I need to do oh yeah, to be honest too, I think it'll end up making the game look a little better too. Well, I'll be honest, the quality isn't as big of a concern to me, but I did notice while I was playing around with materials that there is a few things that Unreal just does better. And they weren't big things, but they were enough for me that I was just like, it'll still end up looking just a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to append, because we're going to append and append. Okay, we'll do that with the comma. And then we will take this and set field to that. That's just going to be functions. And then if it doesn't already exist, then we're going to take this, set field, functions, false. That's going to go in, there's the value, which will be perfect. Awesome. All right, hopefully that'll all work just fine. We're going to do this real quick. Do I model with exact measurements or do I kind of depends. I usually try to do exact measurements. To me, that's kind of the way my brain sort of works. It's just a little bit easier for me personally if I have exact measurements. And I also, in Blender, at least for a lot of things I've done so far, I tend to use the mirror a lot just so I only have to model one half of it. At least that's what I've done so far. I know there's certain cases where that's not great. And it just does a little bit better to have a little bit of randomness. And in those cases, eyeballing it is probably better. But I'm not as great with that kind of stuff. So to me, the way my mind works, I like seeing things like exact. I'm a very precise person when I do things. All right, let's do this now. Now this should be ready to add in. So we'll just worry about the player for now. Replicate data. Cool. So for the replicate data, let me actually do this too, because this is going to be the basic stuff, but some things are going to have other special requirements. So I'm actually going to do this. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Not in the game mode. In the component. Actually, I don't think I need the game mode open anymore. Dispatcher received data. Send data. Okay, we'll just pass JSONs for these, I think. Okay, so hold on. Let's call receive data. Can I just pass that in? I can't. Okay. That kind of sucks. Add JSON object. Actor JSON. Okay, there we go. And then we'll also have, how do I want to send this? Actually, maybe we could do this. Add send data. And then what we can do, I got an idea. We can do, hold on. Fields. Is there no way? Oh wait, is there a wildcard option? Hold on. Wild card. Can I not send a wild card like in there? Unreal Engine wild card input. Does that have to be done in a function? Add send data. We'll leave it there for a sec. Inputs. Can I not create a wildcard like that? Hold on, let me do this. Connector JSON. Add field. Fields. Set fields. Oh, I can. Oh, perfect. That works. Actually, I'm going to swap these around real quick. Oh. The type of value is undetermined. Connect something to new function to imply a specific type. Oh, does it not let me? Oh, so stupid. Yeah, Combined Potato honestly probably has a much better idea on modeling too. I know he does quite a bit of modeling. This is so stupid. I can't just set a value like this. Let me think here. How about we do this? It's going to be really time consuming and really stupid, but I think this might be the better option. I could do Boolean. What if I just did the ones that I know I'm going to end up using? So let's do this. on. We'll do one for Boolean. Add send Boolean. File save. Can I duplicate this? I can. Hold on. We can also do, is it going to freak out if I change it? Yeah, it is. There we go. Send integer. Save. Additional send data. Default send data. Okay, send integer. Let's go ahead and duplicate this one. This one we will have as a float. Let me see, what other ones do I need? I'm just gonna add in vector, rotator, and transform as the last ones. I'm not gonna go through all these. It's gonna take me too long. I'll come back if there's ever any other ones that I need to add in. Save. Rotator. Okay, and this one's gonna be a rotator. Duplicate, and then this one's going to be transform. There we go. Okay, now we can handle this. So it should also allow me, yeah, so now I have the receive data as well. So for whenever I receive data, then I can access it within here as well. Okay. So let me see. I don't need that, but I will need. Okay, let's do this. We'll do set actor transform. Transform. Okay, just gonna be get actor. Actually, what does this do? Oh, I can do this. This is gonna be fine. I'm just gonna override this. Set actor transform. Get actor transform. And then we're also going to make an array. It's going to consist of the motion controller left, the motion controller right, sounds like do the ones you know. Use nothing worse than making a project halfway through having to ban bits and pieces. Thanks, Combined Potato. I appreciate it. And yeah, I definitely agree. component transform. There's that. Get relative transform. Perfect. I'm actually going to move that there. And then I can add, oh wait, you know what? I do need to add in the camera actually. Oh, is it not a scene component? Oh no. Do I need to change it to something different? Let's see. Hold on. Engine camera component. What is the camera component based off of? I'm just gonna have that save. Hold on. Not camera component. Unreal Engine U camera component. There we go. What is this based off of? Do I need to change it to something else? It is a scene component. Oh, it thought it was an array of motion controllers because I didn't have anything else. See, can I get this to... Oh, no, because then it converts it to... Oh, damn it. Okay, let's do this then. We'll do this in the construction script. Components to replicate. This is going to be an array of scene components. Actually, that needs to be an array. I forgot to make that an array. Make array. Okay, so there's at least 3 things I know will need to be replicated. The motion controller and the camera. I may also need to replicate a few of these. Actually, the VR origin I think needs to be replicated as well. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else, at least the moment, that needs to be replicated. I think that's it. The cubes might need to be eventually, but that's it. So let's see, send replication. We'll delete all this. Get the components to replicate, and then for each. Ooh. Okay, so we'll start with that. Let me see if I can get this to work real quick. I'm gonna unload this. String method, blueprints. That needs to be changed to blueprints once it comes time to put everything together anyways. Which we're getting really close to. I'm getting excited. We're getting real close to being able to put everything together. All right. Let me just real quick. I'm going to drop in a player over here just so we can see. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't know that I have. Do I need to hook this up? Let me do this real quick. We'll do the same thing for the character. Just so I don't have to worry about it too much right now. Rep Duplicate data. Oh, I did spawn in. Whoops. I thought it didn't spawn in. Let me copy this function real quick. Copy. Paste function. See, this needs to be promoted to a variable. Okay. And then there's the camera. Perfect. So that should work fine, the menu as well. Which actually reminds me. Start menu. Here we go. That can go. I have 2 of those in there right now. All right. Don't ask me why, by the way. All right, Combined Potato, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. And I can't promise I won't lose my mind. All right. So I think that'll all work. So if I boot this up, I don't think I can right now because this is a menu character and I need to be in the headset for this to work. I'm gonna have to wait till this is on the Quest 2. But assuming that all this is correct, let me do one more thing as well because I don't want to be received. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I do know one thing that might be wrong. In here, let me see here. Send. Does send happen? I think send might happen and freeze the game every time it sends something because I had the same issue with receive. So let me do something here real quick. That's the wrong one. Actually, I'm going to close this real quick. I have a bit too much going on here. C++ send socket flags. There was a flag for receive. I don't know if it's the same on send, but there was one that would let me, where is it? Actually, let me remove some of this too. I don't need the serializing stuff. All this can come out. And all this can come out. All that can come out. All that can come out. Let me remove some of this real quick. I think that should be all good. So, receive had one called message don't wait. And that basically kept it from freezing the system. But I don't know if that works on send. Here's a message don't wait. Enables non-blocking operation. Yeah, that's what I want. So it looks like it is the same. Message don't wait. Yeah. So I'm just going to copy this and we'll bring this down to the send. We'll replace the flag with that. But So let me check real quick because I think that also disables that -1. I think it'll make it automatically disconnect because I think it basically returns -1 because it hasn't waited for things to return. Saying O underscore non-block flag differs in them is a per call operation, whereas O underscore non-block is a setting on the open file description. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to do this then. I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe like if it doesn't receive any information after like 30 seconds or anything, I'm going to assume that there was a disconnection. I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But that's going to have to wait until everything else is in because right now things aren't constantly getting sent. Oh, wait, maybe it doesn't do that. Because this was working fine. I didn't realize I left that. Okay. I'm going to try leaving that. We'll try leaving that and we'll see if that works. It might actually end up working. I also need to test this on Windows too. I haven't tested the Windows socket connection. I don't know if that fully works yet. It should. I think I got it all working correctly. Yeah, so that should all work. So I should be able to send some data to the server. And it should basically on each tick send the actor transform, or at least attempt to. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I need to do something like this. Because I wonder if this is going to create like a sort of clog here. I wonder if maybe I need to have it so that way it waits for something to be until it confirms it's been sent first. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to comment all this out because I think this might cause a bit of an issue. So I'm going to leave that. What I might need to do is have it on the server so when the server receives something from a client, it immediately responds, hey, I received it, and that'll kind of reset it or something like that. I don't know. It might be fine if I keep sending it because it should basically update the data and then send it on to the next client is my thought. Because I don't think it's going to work well if I have like a back and forth kind of thing between the server and client constantly like that. I think I might just end up slowing things down. Cool. I think that'll all work fine. What time is it? Ooh, 3:03. All right. Well, I think I got a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done, which is awesome. Actually, I do want to real quick before I turn off the stream. I want to see if I wanted to look into broadcasts for LAN connection. C++. So my understanding is the way that the broadcast is supposed to work is it'll basically advertise on your local network, hey, I have a server running over here. And what I want to do is have it so that way I can have broadcasting happen. And so if players are in like the same room or something like that, or in the same network, whatever, then they can all just connect. They don't have to bother putting in IPs and stuff. And I can put together a server browser for that later. Actually, it just occurred to me too. I think I need to change something in the server real quick. Because it occurred to me I think it still has the non-blocking. Or it doesn't have the non-blocking yet. Oh, is that the flag that I was looking for? Oh no, it's protocol. Send. Yeah, here it is. Let me see. Do I still have that copied? I do. Let's go back a little bit. See, there's the send. We don't want that to wait. Because I'm worried that might end up slowing things down. Receive. Should only be a couple spots. Or is it RCV? I think it's RCV. I think it's something shortened. Hold on. RECV. That's what it is. There it is. Hold on. Receive sock buff. Is that right? Sock buff 4096. I think that's right. Buffer. I think this needs to be changed to 4096 though. Because that's what I'm using. Where's the buffer? I think the buffer has 1024 as well. That needs to be changed. I need to make sure that the buffer is set to 4096. Actually, here it needs to be set to 4097, I think. Okay. That's going to be a 4K. Okay, and we're running on port 5400. I already know that works. So that should all continue to work. Just make sure. Let me do this. Make sure there's no compile issues. Perfect. It works. Awesome. So that should actually end up... I don't think I was having any issues yet, but that probably would have caused some issues later on. Cool. So I think that'll work. What was I looking at? I was looking at the broadcast. I got distracted. On many IP stacks such as Linux, this code does not work. Your socket must have broadcast permissions. Try this. Set sock opt. Let's see, C++ set sock opt. The set sock opt function shall set the option specified by the option name argument. The protocol level specified by the level argument to the value pointed by the option value argument for the socket associated. Level argument specified the protocol level at which the option resides. Okay, yep, and there it is. Permits sending of broadcast messages right there. So that's what all this is. I don't know if this needs to be done on a separate socket. I think it'll all work on one. Yeah, there it is. Set sock opt. So yeah, this one. Let's see, sol under. Wait, is this doing more than one thing? Sol socket. No, it's doing something different. What is this doing? Reuse ADR. This is doing. Specifies that the rules used in validating addresses applied to bind should allow reuse of local addresses. This is supported by the protocol. This option takes an int value. This is a Boolean option. Debugging stereo widgets. Oh, you're good. Send to shall fail if this so hold on. Broadcast port. Let me see here. C++ socket find broadcasting sockets on client. Broadcast and chat all at once. I don't think that's what I'm doing. Send UDP broadcast. You know, I might not worry about the broadcasting right now. It's not a critical feature. It would just be a ease of use, so nice to have for later. It'll work fine. Just later. All right. I'm liking the way that's turning out. All this stuff needs to be changed later on. Oh, you know what? Should I start putting together the first level? Or I guess not the first level, but the lobby level. I've started work on some of this. Hold on. Oh, you know, I don't have like proper walls yet. I do need to get like some proper walls and stuff, but I do have some things. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's remove some of this. I want to remove this. This. Lights can stay. I still need it for some of this stuff right now. Let's remove that. I'm also going to remove some of these chairs. Let me see. I don't know if I have them all imported just yet. Actually, I wonder, is there a way that I can import blend files into Unreal? That'll just make things so much easier. Use.blend files. Oh, there's a code marketplace thing for it. I mean, it's only $12. That's not so bad. I don't know that I need it that bad, though. We'll leave it. Not gonna worry about it. Let's go and get some of this stuff imported. Documents. Unreal projects, Altiverse, assets. I'm excited to finally start getting some of this in. Let's do models. Okay, let's get all this. Blender. I felt my computer lag really badly there. I shouldn't have opened all these at once. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. File. Okay. Actually, yeah, I just have it under models. Shelves.fbx. Perfect. That needs to be saved there. I think the barrel's already been imported, so I don't need the barrel. Why did the barrel open twice? Okay, there's the table. Export. Don't save that. Did I not already? I did. That does need to go. I'm gonna leave that one because that one needs more work. This could probably go though. Probably needs a bit more work, but I think it's good enough for now. Close that. Don't save. That I already have in there. Ooh, this definitely needs to go in. Sport FBX. Models 1-1. That opened twice. That opened twice. That opened twice. 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 Why do I have so many of these opening twice? Okay. Maybe I need to have it so that way it's not sending the blend ones. All right. So, let's go and do this. Let's do meshes. I'm going to do this real quick just because I don't want to risk losing things. Let's do this. All right, now we're going to import all these. Documents, projects, assets, models, 1-1. Oh, the chest is going to need to be re-imported. Damn it. I was hoping that that would export just fine. It doesn't look like it did. Oh, well. Later. That's a later deal. All right. Let's go and create some of these. Okay, I'm just going to open a bunch of these. I'm going to leave the chest alone for now. Potion bottle, shelves, a couple of things of stone. There's a table. All right. now, I have somehow lost that. Oh, well. Let's go into materials. Let's see. So let's start with the barrel. We're basically going to move our way across. We'll do... Let's see. Actually, I'm going to leave that alone. I'll rename that later. I don't feel like losing things right now that I can't access without rebooting the projects. Let's see. Delete that. And then I'll delete these ones. Never mind, I'll leave those. All right. Matt _ wood. Actually, I'm going to name it like this. We'll do medieval _ wood. Okay, so this one's going to have more of a brownish color. Actually, let me see if I can get the actual color of the barrel real quick. I like this little orangey color that I ended up getting. Looks really good in my opinion, if I do say so myself. Let's see, there's some wood. Let's see if we can actually apply this to some of this other stuff as well. There's a chair. There's that. Actually, that is all good. I don't need that. Leave the potion alone. The shelves can use that. Okay, stone, table. Some of these need a little bit more work, but it'll work pretty nicely for now, in my opinion. Okay, let's just make sure everything's saved. I don't feel like losing everything. All right, now let's do one for metal. Metal. Okay, I'm going to use the same color for this one as well that I have. I do like this color. Okay, there's the barrel done. Cup also has a bit of metal on it. We'll go and use the metal on that one for now. I think I may want to come up with a different color later, like a slightly lighter color, but I'm going to work with that for now. There's that rim. We'll use metal on this one for now. But I think I may want to come up with like some blue and red colors for that later. That can actually go. I don't know why I still have that. Cool. So now, I think I'm going to do the same thing for the blackout there. Then I also need one for the light and then one for the stone. Let's do the stone first. Okay, so stone. I think I'm just going to do like a grayed out color. Let's do maybe right there. Okay, I don't know if this is really going to make much of a difference opposed to the other one, but I'm going to do this anyways. Actually, maybe instead of full black, maybe I'll just do really, really dark. Yeah, we'll add just a bit of color to that. Just a very tiny bit. Yeah, I mean, it's still a bit darker than what I had originally, but works fine. I think I may end up taking this and just kind of pushing that down as well, instead of what I got right there right now. Okay, now I need one for the light. Here's the thing. I want to know if I can create an emissive light without the fog. Emissive light, engine. Because if I could just create like a little bit of emissiveness, that would be awesome. I'd love to be able to do that. Unreal Engine, emissive glow, no fog. Or maybe instead of that, maybe I need to do glow as a post-process. Yeah, it is a post-process effect. Dang it. Emissive glow mobile. See here. Let's see this real quick. Now I'm gonna try this real quick. Let's take. I'm actually duplicate this. Duplicate medieval light. Oh no, it's already using the emissive. Ah, dang it. All right, fine. Let's remove that. Duplicate. Oh, not duplicate. That was the wrong thing. It's light. Okay, so we'll do like a nice yellowy orange maybe. Maybe we'll just do like solid yellow like that. Okay, and actually what I would like to do, come right on over here. New folder. Ooh. -1. Actor. Hanging light. Do meshes. 1, 1. I want this one and this one. Right on over here. Ooh. I did oversize those quite a bit. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm just going to move this down. So eventually I want to have like a sort of chain sort of thing here. But for now we're just going to leave this. I'm just going to do add constraint, physics constraint. And I want this one to be simulating physics. Physics constraint. Right. Hanging. And then number 2 is going to be light. Disable collision, parent dominates. And then I think that should work just fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop some of this other stuff in here. So we'll drop in just a table. Ooh, the table is actually really nicely sized. Nice. Oh, that was not. I think I need to get the sizing a bit more correct. Oh. That'll work for now. Okay, and then we can also throw on a couple mugs. Okay. And I want to do this just for a little bit of texture in the floor. I'm probably mostly going to be using this in like the actual level itself. But I wanted to use these just periodically just for a little bit of texture. So it's not like all bland and flat and everything. So I'm just going to put a few around just to see what they do. See how it looks. I don't think it makes as much sense like in the tavern itself, but just for a little bit more randomness, I'll shift them around. There's that. Okay, what else we got here to play around with? Ooh, we got these little potions. So actually add a little bit of color right on over here. And actually I have some shelves I can use. I can use that with some of these potions as well. Let's see, we got anything else? Oh, we got these barrels. I'm gonna stack some of these barrels over here in the corner. Which is also off center because I did or put that origin correctly apparently. Oh man. We'll do this then. Be like they're all stood up over here. Okay, let's see. We got anything else fun? Oh, you know what? Let me see how the lights will look. If I just put a few of them up and around. I can't replace them fully because you still got to be able to see the environment, but there we go. 5. We'll do just a little bit bigger. It's just saying a few right there just so we can see what they look like. Ooh. I mean, it looks a little weird with the mixture I got going on here. Oh man, I was expecting for it to look a little weird given that I don't have everything in. But I'm also working on the swords right now too, so these are all going to be replaced as well. And I'll probably be working on the pistol afterwards. Let me also take this, because this is what I'm using right now until I get this all fixed up. Grab this. Where is it? There it is. Let me make this. Oh, it is already emissive. Okay, it's just really dark apparently. Okay, and actually I'm going to remove some of these lights because I really don't need them. Although I like them, I'm not going to be using them or anything like that. And then I'll go and remove the chandelier too, because I also don't really need that. Yeah, I need to get some of this. Actually, I think these all share a common thing. Let me see if I can find the parent. Is this it? This can't be it. I think they all share a common parent. Let me see if I can find their parent real quick. Just so they can be seen. I think this is it. Okay, so it's only applied to some things, it looks like. We'll do this then. Just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to do this. Grab all the floor tiles. Can all be, ooh. This is such a slow process. Oh man. No, why am I doing it this way? I can do this. Hold on. Grab all these. Delete them. It's called medieval _ cell shade, so we'll use that. Okay, apparently I cannot. Well, damn. Yeah, these are using kind of old materials. There we go. All right, there we go. At the very least, I'll be able to see everything going on now. Yeah, it's not too bad. Should actually get pretty playable frame rates too when I enter this world. Should be nice. Actually, I'm gonna do this real quick. Take all these, and all these are going into construction. Actually, I'm gonna rename this to init. Let me have a quick look here. Because a lot of these are using pre-built asset stuff, and I think I may want to just end up taking some of these out. I don't think they're all gonna work. Some of them might, but cool. Actually, I wonder what would it look like if I just took this one and put on the medieval stuff. I'll have a quick look here. Actually, it does look pretty good like that. God damn, am I having that issue again?